Why don't you talk a little bit about, let's presume for the sake of argument that you have 2 terms, 8 years, let's say, which is not I think that's a reasonable prognostication if things go at least moderately well, right? And so 8 years from now, what is the Canada that you are planning to lead? What does it look like?
I think it's a country where any young person can say, this is the place to start a business. This is the place to take a risk and break through. It's a country where, a country of adventurers, explorers, inventors, workers, people who are extremely ambitious and rewarded for that ambition. It's a place where not only do we graduate brilliant engineers in Kitchener-Waterloo, where we do, some of the best in the world, but they say, hell no, I'm not leaving Canada. This is the place to be. This is where the best tech company is hiring the next 700 people. This is where I can get the best salary, and this is where I can keep most of my paycheck. Oh, and by the way, it's now affordable for me to buy a home here in Canada. It's a place where...
So that's the best rejoinder to the Americans, I would say. Yes. Fundamentally, you know, for Canadians who are concerned about undue American influence on Canada, the best possible rejoinder would be to make Canada a place so welcome to entrepreneurs that the U.S. would pale in comparison. That's a tall order because the Americans are deeply entrepreneurial and have a very business-friendly society, right? Like at every level, right? They reward entrepreneurial activity. Okay,
so I want to see that we, you know, for the first 14 years of this century, Canada had more American investment than America had Canadian investment. So in other words, we were winning the tug of war of capitalism with the greatest capitalist economy the world has ever seen. And then from 2015 to present, there's been a net outflow of $500 billion measured in USD from Canada to the US. It's astonishing.
Since when?
In the last 10 years.
$500 billion.
$500 billion, which is, and that's in American dollars, so that's 700-ish billion in Canadian. Which is the equivalent of about a quarter of our economy has just left its Canadian investment. I mean, the government admits that the pension funds are now investing in the States. Canadian pension funds, Canadian RRSPs, they're all invested because that's where you get the best return right now. I want to bring that back.
Right, so that's like $40,000 per Canadian, something like that.
That's right. So why don't we can